What's up, world? This is DJ Fuse, and you're tuning in to Just Being Earnest.
Okay, this OG Pitmo Slim in the house, and you tune in to Just Being Earnest.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie's show is about to start, so sit down, get comfortable, shut the fuck up, and listen.
Yeah, that's a smooth groove right there. Another episode, Just Being Earnest. Hide your feelings. If your feelings get hurt, tune out now. This not the show for you. We offend everybody. It's Just Being Earnest. Courtesy to slideshow.com. And another one.
We're back.
Just Being Earnest. I told you this was going to happen.
This is a special episode.
I told you this was going to happen. I told you I was going to get a dash of estrogen in the show. Turns out I got a whole cup today. I appreciate you ladies for showing up. I've been doing this show a long time now. I think I'm going on a year and a half of me just modeling the show and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. And I've done a bunch of things. I did a show, the Me Too show. Mm-hmm. That was one of my more controversial shows. You were one of the listeners who said I couldn't even finish listening to that bullshit.
Well, I don't know if I said the bullshit, but yeah.
This is Jordan.
Hey, I'm Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's introduce.
We have Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so many different names you could go by. We're going by Genevieve today.
Yeah,
we are going by
formal.
Genevieve today. Gigi. sounds like a grandma, so we're not going to go by Gigi.
My grandma did call me that.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's some fly shit.
Yeah.
Little Gigi.
But you couldn't stomach what I was saying. I got all that stuff from my lady.
Yeah.
I'm just regurgitating what she was saying. It probably sounded crazy coming from a male. But I really did. You know, I went through all the bullshit. All the sexual harassment from the employers and all that bullshit. So I was kind of mocking what was going on at the time. But I guess what I'm talking about is the girls kept saying, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All the mail I would get. You heard the voicemails and the crazy shit I would get.
I heard a voicemail.
So now I have females on the show to give the female perspective, and I appreciate you ladies.
Yes.
For coming in.
Greatly appreciated.
Especially for volunteering.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I got Daniel Oda with me, the Japanese Jesus.
Apparently.
Oh,
that's a new nickname you've done.
That's a new one. That's good.
Beautiful flowing locks. So we could get into a bunch of things today. Katy Perry kissed a dude on the mouth. There's some silly shit people are talking about. People are talking about double standards. And people who talk about double standards, there's double standards for everything. I think a funny double standard is like, what is Biggie? Biggie has a line where he says, "Heartthrob never black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks." Now, Biggie is a big black motherfucker with a crooked eye who had dime pieces fighting over him. Fighting over this ugly, big, black, greasy, stinky looking motherfucker.
Stinky looking.
Right? Yeah. Incredible artist, but all of the other stuff I said is also true. I said looking. But, so the girls would be like, oh, well, Biggie had swag. Biggie had swag. And I see so many fat guys or ugly guys with swag. You know, pull girls who look pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'll never see a girl who is cockeyed. Get to say, with swag and personality, funny and all that. And dudes be like, oh, I fuck with her. She got swag. I fuck with her. Why is that?
I was just going to say, first and foremost, I don't know if it was the swag as so much the money that he had.
The money.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys that would probably fuck with a big, stinky looking, crazy eyed.
Okay.
If she had some paper.
If the paper was right.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
You know what? I think that's true because I do be seeing that out there. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, she must got some money. Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
that dude is about 120 pounds soaking wet.
Okay. Wait, here's
she
one.
pushing
Here's
320.
one. So who is it? Kourtney Kardashian is dating this
Kourtney Kardashian.
Yeah,
she's the
she's the oldest.
the elder of
Yeah.
the Kardashian
She's
sisters.
dating this like 22-year-old. He's a model. He's not really my
Okay, young
cup of
model
tea.
waxes his eyebrows and chest.
Yeah, the whole deal.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they both have money, but I don't know. That's a weird one for me. He's just not like
So-
of all the guys you could have, you're choosing this one. It's kind of like the same. Same deal.
Would you fuck with a dude who had his shit together? Genevieve.
Wait, I'm listening for the rest of that. What's that?
Would you fuck with a dude who had his shit together? Say you were a single woman.
Yeah.
He had his shit together, but he was fat and stinky looking. Maybe he wasn't stinky, but he looked like he stank. You know, some big fat people look like they stank.
I mean,
And he had his paper right.
Okay. Well, maybe.
Don't front. Don't front. Okay, well you said maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I think that's a big maybe.
That's a big maybe.
You would have the iron stomach to let the big motherfucker crawl on top of you without yakking.
Without I mean, personality goes a long way.
Okay,
Like
okay,
being a female.
okay.
And
So
getting
now we're
older.
incorporating like.
We're
if
in
you
here
have
giving
swag,
hope. See,
Yeah.
this is why I wanted them here.
And I mean, you got your shit together. That's
Yeah.
big. Not a lot of guys have
Not
their
a
shit
lot of guys have
together.
their shit together.
So yeah, maybe.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Game on the show from the ladies. Get your shit together,
Yes, get your shit together.
and you might be okay.
You might have a
You
chance.
yeah.
If you have your shit
It's
together.
really
Yeah.
that simple. Like as you get older, like it really simplifies itself. Like, I mean, it's just, do you have your shit together? Like, are you a decent human being?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of decent human beings out there. Girls got a lot of power.
Yes.
A lot of power. And this is why this whole women's empowerment thing lately is kind of confusing to me. It's confusing to me. It's like every week it's ladies empower. Oh, like, to me, the women are always in power. Always. If you're sitting on a vagina,
Yeah.
you are technically a business owner, right?
I mean,
I don't understand how women are fighting for equality.
you know, it's
How are women fighting for equality?
You've always
You can
told
put
me
it into
this, too.
all that shit.
Yeah.
You can put it into all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Unite. Don't give out no pussy.
We got it.
You got it. You sitting on it. Hey, you on some pussy. Hey, women need to be paid this on you know. You can do it easily. I don't understand why everybody's fighting and yelling and wearing pussy hats.
Because your point is that it's the reverse of it should be the reverse of what it is, where it's like we're
They
coming
are vessels for human life.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like that's what where the Me Too movement started, where it's like men have all the power and we're getting the power back. But your point is that you had all the power to begin with.
They had all the power to begin with. Have
Yeah.
all the power to begin with.
I think that's something that women don't understand a lot of the time. Is like you actually told me this a long time ago. We were having the same conversation and you go, why do you want to be equal? You guys are way better. Like you bring art, like you bring life into this world. Why are you fighting for equality?
I don't understand, because nobody's equal. We're not equal.
Right.
The boss is going to get paid the most. Nobody's doing the same job. Nobody's doing the same job. Women can't do certain things men can do, and men definitely can't do some of the things women can do.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any equality. I don't think that we're equal. I just don't.
I think the term equality is meant more from like a political standpoint or a societal standpoint, not necessarily in our roles. That's the way I look at it, at least. So
Yeah, that's true.
Like career-wise, right? Or like
Yeah.
job opportunities, positions that like
Yeah.
that deserving of that they're not getting because of the inequality and everything.
right.
Yeah.
That's more how I see that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's more about like in a job corporation settings, like men have higher positions.
And I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. In every situation I've been in, the women managers. I even currently in a situation right now with a woman running the show,
Yep.
and she runs it to perfection.
Yeah.
Makes
Every
sense.
situation, any situation. So it makes me wonder. How come women can't just take over the shit?
Well, I think we're going to pretty soon.
I like that.
I think soon. I think that we have a lot of.
I don't think it's happening soon. I don't think it's
No?
going to happen ever.
Why is that?
I think you
Yeah, that's a
deserve
strong
it.
statement.
I think you
Yeah.
deserve it,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's going to happen ever. If a black man can't get reparations for 400 years of oppression, I don't think that women who got the right to vote after black men, I think that women are shitted on.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Globally. I mean, they're treated better here,
Yeah.
but globally, women are shitted on, and I'm wondering how are women letting that happen.
I think when you're told from the time that you are a baby, a young girl, that you are for looks, you are beautiful, you are all of these physical things instead of going to the mind. I think that has a big effect on society, depending on how you're raised, but we're often told, "Oh, you're so pretty, you're so adorable, you're so cute" to little girls, right? And
Okay.
and we see like with little boys, "Oh, you're strong, you're brave, you're," that's more common than it is to hear that for women. I think that affects a lot. I think that affects a lot in society.
Yeah.
So the societal mold and the culture, that's why it's not going to change anytime soon. Is that what you're heading to?
So now, since we're talking about societal mold, social media and standards on social media. I don't know if you can see through the camera angle somebody like Genevieve, right? You had a baby how long ago?
8 months.
You can't tell that. You can't tell.
No.
You
Not
can't
at
tell
all.
she had a
Not
baby
even a
8 months
little.
ago, but
Not at all.
somebody who sees that on social media, like, wow, she's had a fucking baby 8 months ago. I had my baby 3 years ago. I can't shake this shit. I can't fucking lose this weight. That could drive somebody fucking crazy. It's a lot of shit that I've seen online that can drive people fucking nuts. I'm not weak-minded, very, very self-absorbed and arrogant in that fashion with myself. I love myself. To me, I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Whatever.
Whatever.
So certain shit doesn't shake me. But I've noticed like mental illness is like everybody's talking about. I'm so depressed. I'm having a panic attack. Oh my God, it's happening again. Another panic. I see all this shit on social media constantly. I'm like, how? Like this shit has been. People have had mental illnesses from the beginning of time. But to me, it seems like lately there's been a surge. Like everybody has panic attacks now.
Yeah.
It has something to do with social media. Is the little girl looking at herself like, oh, I want to look like Genevieve. But I had a baby 3 years ago, and I'm over here looking crazy, like I still deep fry my hoagies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would that drive somebody crazy? Do you think about stuff like that? Or you think I'm stunting on these bitches?
No, I mean, yes.
Yes.
But it's also because I feel myself. Like,
Right, absolutely,
I am
absolutely.
secure in who I am. But
Yeah.
of course, I feel like you would be lying if you said you don't find yourself, like, in comparison when you're flipping through Instagram or whatever.
Okay.
Because even I'll be like, I look good. Like, shit.
Right.
I'm doing great for having a baby. Like, good
Right,
for me.
right,
My
right.
family's tight. Everything's good.
Yeah.
But then I'll scroll by someone who, like, literally had their 1 week old baby, and then they're looking like, way better than me, and I'm
Them yoga moms on Instagram are crazy.
Yeah, I'm like,
They are crazy.
but I mean, you have to be like, you just have to be secure in your own self, and you have to check yourself. Like, you have to have a healthy mindset, but definitely everyone doesn't have that, and some people
seem fragile to me.
Yeah, well, they're just letting that whole social media world get the best of them. I mean, I've seen people who like can't like even a family member like will come over and they'll just be on their phone like the whole time. Mm-hmm. Like they can't even, they're so disengaged, like they're not having conversation, like they're just super wrapped up in that. Can't get off the phone.
Bullying? You know the big thing with bullying, right? With social media, right? They can't get off their phones. The kids are bullying kids and shit. Bullying to me is what the kids are doing, like when my daughter comes home and says such and such is getting bullied, I'll be like, what happened? And they're like, oh, they was making fun of these sneakers. And I'm like, I must have been a bully when I was a kid. Because that's all I did was make fun of people. Aww. And I still do it.
Yeah.
I still do it. And we become so sensitive we can't even like talk trash about somebody.
Well, dude, that used
to be the thing.
We all did that. That's how kids are. Kids are little assholes. Like you just haven't.
But now kids are hanging themselves over this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this, I've been thinking a lot about this topic, right? Because one of the choices I made was to get off of more social media in the last year, because I realized that it was me that was causing it. It wasn't social media that was causing it, right? It was the lack of whatever social media was taking the place of. So I realized that I had to get my mindset right. You said mindset, you know?
Totally.
You have to be comfortable with yourself. And I think that, especially my generation, we're not comfortable with ourselves. We're not okay with who we are.
Okay,
we're not.
Okay.
You know,
Substance.
Yeah, I know. So I really think that, and then when you're given a platform like Instagram, right, and there's all these perfect people that you see, it's just deepening the problem. You're not actually taking care of what needs to be taken care of, which is your mind, which is your internal balance, and that you throw social media on top of it. People are hanging themselves over these things. Mm-hmm. You know, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But we can't just blame social media for that. I don't think that's fair.
Well. I mean, social media to me is everything at this point.
Right. Well, what I was gonna say when I was saying that is, I feel like people are just getting so like wrapped up in this that they're just like they're not getting out. They're not doing other things. Like it's just taking over.
They're not going on a walk, a bike ride, or something.
No, like get out, like break yourself of that. Like you decided to get off of it for a while. Like that was what was healthy for you. I mean, there's people who are for sure just sitting in their house like all day instead of doing stuff. They're looking at what other people are doing.
They just lay it down.
They're watching Insta stories, Snapchats. Like they're just not living life and looking at what everyone else is doing. So, I mean, that would give me anxiety. Yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm having a panic attack. I have anxiety." Like
that's what they be doing.
Get out. Like do something. I don't know. I mean, anxiety is real. Like obviously, people have anxiety.
Yeah, people have crazy anxiety these days. Is why I'm talking about it.
I'm sure that exacerbates
a basketball player named Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Just recently said he had a panic attack and had to leave a basketball game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm like,
not
why is everybody getting this shit?
Anxiety or anything like that, but
no, I know you're not dismissing it, but I'm just trying to find the root of it.
I really like what you said about that, because when you're at home and all your thoughts are to yourself, you're somebody that doesn't go outside and doesn't get anywhere. Mm-hmm. Like all this stuff, this is where, if we're talking about like cyberbullying, for example, when somebody posts something on your page that's extremely negative and you're like hurt by that and stuff, well, you know, them saying that on social media, there's no repercussions for them. They're not in front of you.
Totally.
Right.
So it's like when you're younger, like when, you know, back in the day when we were on the playground and just like ragging on each other, there was immediate repercussions, you know, where it's just like, okay, you call somebody like, you know, hey man, you're ugly. And then you see like either one, it's like a fist fight, or number two, you see them like, oh, like that really hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
I've never been one to give a fuck.
Yeah. It's one of those two things. But when that happens, then you develop like character and you develop
Right.
conscience.
Right.
That's how you grow
Right.
up.
Yeah.
But when kids,
I mean, well, if they start crying, you got to give them a hug. But you know,
But only then.
yeah, only that.
yeah. But otherwise, you would expect somebody to be like, "I'm ugly. Well, look at you. You know, you look like this."
Right.
But most people don't.
It's
Nowadays, don't come up like
typing,
that.
you
Yeah,
know?
you're hiding behind it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
there's no. Yeah, there's no repercussions at all.
Yeah.
Immediate repercussions, at least.
And people are so weird in Instagram comments. Like, they will full on have, like, the creepiest, like, weirdest conversations. Like,
it's bad.
so I'm saying, if you're just getting super wrapped up in that, like, that's
Yeah.
unhealthy in and
Yeah,
of
there's
itself.
some
Like,
weirdo shit going on.
I mean, you could spend hours, like, talking to some other fucking weirdo on Instagram, like, commenting back and forth, you know? So, or being bullied on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah, for sure.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Get right with yourself first.
Yeah.
Take a break. Get right with yourself.
Yeah.
Recently, take a break. Get right with yourself, fellas and ladies, and other people. They tell me there's more than 2 genders now. Get right with yourself, people. If you're all humans, yeah, I don't even know if people are calling themselves humans now. Is that cool?
Yeah, we
I
can
think
go with,
that's still acceptable.
We're still
Humans is good.
species, yeah.
Yeah, we're all human.
All right. We believe in science, but there's more than 2 genders, I guess. I was going somewhere with that, and
I don't know where, but
I'm high, so I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so lately, I guess I've been hearing a lot of girls complaining about dudes hollering at them. Okay, I'm glad you two are on the show. Dudes hollering at girls. Oh, all these guys talking to me. Some of them be single, and I'd be like, well, I mean, how else you gonna meet a guy if he don't holler at you? And a lot of girls complain about dudes hollering at them.
I used to complain a lot about that.
You did?
Yeah, I used to. But it was always in situations that were... I just wanted to be left alone, man. But I don't know. I think I've changed my stance on that a little bit in the last
I mean, was it in like a harassing way or?
Sometimes, not always. But I used to work at a store where I was the only female for a while.
Oh yeah.
See,
And,
that's different.
And
Yeah.
that
You
was
at work is different.
yeah. So I think that's mostly when it happened. But outside of work, yeah, I would complain about it. But I think now it's just kind of like, okay, they're digging.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool, move
yeah,
on.
me, I'm like,
Yeah.
still got it.
Yeah. That's what I would think. That's what I would think.
I mean, I feel like people are being so...
Everybody's so touchy-feely now.
If it's in an environment where if it's like repetitive, you're the only female,
Right.
yeah, you're like, fuck off, like leave me alone.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But if you're like walking down the street and you get like an old school holler at you, I'd be like, you know.
It's like
yeah.
it's like you have to do that. It's like how your mama meet your daddy if you ain't holler.
I feel like hollering goes back till the beginning of time. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
respect the tradition of hollering.
I don't know what they used to do.
I don't know.
I don't know what they used to do.
I
They used to
mean-
blow a flute or I don't know what they
Yeah,
used to
I
do
don't
back in the
Walking
day.
around.
yeah.
Like if you're shouting like overly aggressive, like pervy things. And
If
it's
they're
like,
far
That's
away,
when-
Yeah, I don't know. I
but
mean, what
if
is
they walk
hollering?
past you, you know.
Is it like in a bar, like someone comes up to you, or it's like on the street, someone's like, "Hey, girl, what?"
Yeah, you
Any
know.
of that?
That's
Yeah.
that's like, hey, I still got it. I look good. They hollering at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be no thing. Everybody's so touchy-feely now.
Yeah.
I think that comes right back into we're not confident in ourselves. Like if you're confident in yourself, you're gonna be like, yeah, he's checking me out. This is cool. I still got it, you know.
So nothing
But-
in that with you ladies. You're not like, hey, I'm tired of this shit.
No, I mean, I'm not always. I mean, first of all, I don't really get hollered at anymore. But I mean, if I don't know,
Cause you got a wedding ring on
yeah,
or an
thanks,
engagement
Ern.
ring.
That's what it is.
It's the engagement ring. When I was single,
Is it? Why did I not think about that?
when I was single, I worked at a gym, pretty much my entire 20s, and that's how I would know not to talk to a girl in a certain way is if she had that on her left hand.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh no, she got the thing, man.
That's respectful of you.
Yeah, that is respectful. As
respectful
long
of
as
you.
you're
Well,
going
I'm not trying to get shot.
as long as you're
Yeah.
going about your hollering respectfully.
I don't want no beef.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want no
see
drama.
respectful hollering is cool.
yeah, respectful hollering.
Respectful hollering is cool. I mean,
Yeah,
fellas,
it's
they're
cool.
getting game on the show, a cup of estrogen.
Yes.
A full cup.
I mean, if it's not warranted, like, fuck off, you know? Like,
Right.
but
Yeah.
you'll get the vibe.
And
Maybe that hollering might get you somewhere, though. I don't know.
I know some girls, everybody's got the attitude. Maybe that's why they're walking around single. The term thirsty, I hate the term thirsty.
I don't like that term either.
I hate the term thirsty. I'm like, man, he's trying to holler at you. I mean, I guess I've seen dudes that are thirsty, but that shit is just strange to me. That fucked up everything. Girls start calling dudes thirsty. They was like, I'm not hollering at her. She gonna think I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call a guy thirsty if he was, like, trying to talk to me, though. I feel like that's...
Really?
No.
That's too
I
far.
feel like
Yeah.
they did that. I feel like women did that.
Yeah, I think that they do that. Yeah. But
I don't know.
I feel like a lot of guys are scared to talk to girls nowadays because they think of things like that.
well, then they need to
Everyone's just
Chill
so
out.
overly sensitive. Yeah,
the oversensitive thing, not being confident in yourself.
But this is 2018. Everybody's oversensitive. We touchy feely. This is the show where you don't have to be.
Right.
Is that not still a compliment? Like if I walk up to somebody and just like say, hey, you look good, or like you want to get a cup of coffee sometime, and then like it shouldn't have to go to just like hey, hold on,
This is unwarranted.
yeah,
Yeah,
whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I figured that it's a form of compliment.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
because I have seen some women who are like, someone's like, oh, you're beautiful, and they're like,
Yeah.
like,
No.
yeah, you can still be gracious, even if the guy is like, whatever. You don't want to hear that from him, but whatever. You just say thank you and you go
you
about your
move on.
business.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
don't be a fucking asshole. Whatever.
Yeah.
I love this show.
Me too.
I love. I hope just having girls' faces on here will get us to 10K. I haven't done more than I think 6K on the show yet.
That's pretty good
since
number.
since we've been doing the video ones.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say though that what I was saying, if someone's saying, sorry, I'm hella dragging this on, but it's like
No,
if
no,
someone's saying
please.
you're beautiful and they're like thank you, but like they're like thank you and they want to keep moving, and then the guy's like,
Oh, yeah. Pick it up. Come on.
Then it's like
It's a little much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be aware of the signs.
Or
and the vibes.
like when
You
they're
can read the
walking up
vibes.
and they're like licking their lips and shit. That's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
weird.
That's
I'm
not-
not a piece of like
Doing the
yeah, if
like, hey girl, what's
Yeah.
up and down, and you're
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
if the
thank
delivery
you.
is pervy, then
Well, that's
it's
a little
like,
corny too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It happens
then you're
all
just,
the time.
You're just trying to be pervy, and then it's like, where's that gonna get you?
The fellas are getting lines on. Fellas are getting good gems in game from you ladies today.
Take
If there's
notes.
any fellas that listen to the show, I think it's all girls listening to the show. They're the only ones that give any feedback.
Oh,
True. True.
Is the ladies.
I think there's some guys that listen to your
Oh,
show,
I'm sure
but,
there is.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is, but they're not as tough as the girls are.
No.
They're scared of the show. They're scared of
Yeah.
the show.
We have gotten more feedback from the female crowd.
Oh, I say that all the time.
For sure.
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, I want to get into this sicko in Preston, Idaho. What is his name? I forgot his name. But he looks like he would do something like this. And he was a teacher. He was a junior high school teacher. You're a mother of two. What would you do if your your daughter's junior high school teacher fed a live puppy to a snapping turtle in front of your children and they came home and told you this?
I don't know. That's a fucking weird story. That's so weird.
They fed a live puppy to a snapping turtle.
Oh, it was alive?
It was live. It was alive. It screamed.
Oh, God.
At a school.
This is yeah. Oh my god.
Can you stomach
I
that?
didn't think about it in the context
Trying
of
to
that.
find his
Actually,
name.
thought you were going to bring up that other thing with that pervy guy.
Oh, you talking about the circle jerk? What?
Yeah.
I forgot where it was. I wasn't going to get into it.
That
but,
was around
Sorry.
here.
but these are the two sick individuals in America.
Talking about some sick fucks.
Yes, sick fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
This guy,
Yeah.
these kids were supposed to be at baseball practice and he had these guys jacking off in front of each other.
Yeah.
That's messed up. That's just fucked up.
But why? About
And
the two things.
and
Like,
he
why
look-
the puppy?
Yeah,
And he looks
either
like
one.
somebody who would do that.
Stop.
He looks like somebody who would do that.
Yeah, he did look super. Yeah, he looked a little weird. I think what was the explanation was. It's just teaching the children about the circle of life.
About the snapping turtle.
Yeah, the snapping turtle one.
But it was a live dog at a school. That's not the spot.
Snapping
That is not
turtles
the
eat
spot.
dogs
They eat meat.
live.
Yeah, it was a big one too.
It was a big dog.
Big turtle.
Oh my god.
It's just.
Why? Oh, he said about this. He's teaching about the circle of life. No,
That's why
there's
parents
no-
were saying that too.
That-
In
yeah,
the video, I
there-
was like, "What are you doing?"
They're in
one
Preston, Idaho. Preston, Idaho.
One
Just
parent,
mind that.
yeah, one parent was like, the puppy was sick anyway, you know. So
Right.
Like,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
for real, yeah.
So you might as well just give it a horrible death by feeding
There are
it to
so
a
many
snapping
other
turtle.
ways to teach your children about the circle of life.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that guy's a weirdo. So, I mean, justifying it by he's teaching them about the circle of life. Is
And
just
the
stupid.
dog was sick anyway.
So
That's irrelevant.
yeah.
Could you imagine? People are being fucked up to puppies. There was a United Airlines person. You guys tell me. You guys tell me who's in the wrong, the owner or the airline.
Oh, I heard
United Airlines, they told this lady that she couldn't have her puppy on board.
Right.
And they said you could put the puppy in the overhead. This person complied, put the puppy in the overhead. When they arrived, the puppy was dead. And they was acting like they were so devastated the puppy was dead.
Oh no, that's equally your fault.
Yeah, I'd say that's equal.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy? People are
Yeah.
just acting crazy with these animals out here. Fucking sick fucks.
You don't consent to that. What did they think was going to happen to the animal?
There's no air up there. I don't.
You put it up there with your gym sneakers and all that shit.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, well, I don't know why the airlines would have asked you that. That's not.
The puppy,
Like-
the people on the plane said the puppy was barking. Probably
Put
dying.
some earplugs in. I don't know.
No, the puppy was in the overhead bin barking.
Oh my God.
Gasping
I don't-
for air.
So other people must have seen that. Like, nobody spoke up and was like, hey, that's probably not a good idea.
Right.
Everyone wants to speak up about everything else, but
Yeah.
no one said anything about that.
No, they just say
Right.
we just do our marching on the internet.
Like,
Yeah.
We march on Facebook. Facebook marching.
yeah.
I've seen that shit before. I was on a flight and this woman brought a little dog in one of those the containers, the flexible things, and they were screaming, we gotta go, and she was a couple rows in front of me, and she just went fine, and she shoved the dog right underneath the seat in front of her, and everybody was like, whoa, what are you doing? She's like, I gotta go too, forget it. Like, just do crazy shit to their animals. Yeah.
Then why have one?
Yeah, then you
Just-
shouldn't.
People act like animals are like their children, but that's not.
People, that's interesting. People fight harder for animals than they do for children. I feel like a lot of the times
Yeah.
I see that. But then in this situation, it's like the exact opposite. So
Right.
Well, I don't think people. I mean, yeah, people fight for animals, hard body,
yeah,
compared to how they fight for people.
yeah.
I appreciate you, ladies. Me and Genevieve gonna
Of
have a show.
course.
Me and Genevieve gonna have a show about parenting.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
gonna say, as a parent, I would have, I do have a way bigger issue with the that creepy teacher over the snapping turtle dog.
Yeah.
I do too. I would have confronted the man.
I mean, that's what when I was reading about that, I was thinking like, it's just so scary that we just like send our kids out and like that's what they could be exposed to.
Well, if you know, it was in Preston, Idaho, but me, if I would have saw that guy just off top first day of school, just saw him, I would have been asking him questions the whole time.
Yeah.
Because to me, he looks like one of the stereotypical dudes who just look creepy. If you look at his fucking internet history, he's probably got some wild shit on it.
Yeah.
Fits the profile.
He fits the profile.
But you can't always tell that, Ern. So
You
that's
can't, but
scary.
I prejudge.
Well, there you go.
I ain't prejudiced. I'm prejudiced until you prove otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just have to stay like knowledgeable about where your kids go and like who's around them and just make sure you equip them to feel empowered to like talk about that kind of stuff.
Be informed.
Yeah.
Because the scariest thing about that is like why did none of those kids say anything? Like
Right.
I don't know how long that was going on. I don't really
Nobody
know
was
about
freaked out. I mean, they do like I have to keep saying this. They do live in Preston, Idaho.
it. Yeah, but
So they
still.
they're probably into different type of shit over there. Like
don't know
seeing a dog
about
seeing a dog get his throat bitten up by a snapping turtle may be Tuesday for them.
There's something else though happened in Napa recently. Did you hear about that story?
We talked about it on the last show.
Yeah, that's right. So I mean, it's everywhere.
What?
right?
I didn't hear about it. Or maybe I did.
There was a hazing
Oh, never mind.
incident
Never
that
mind.
happened.
What is this?
Oh, so it was. I think it was just last year at Napa High School. The older football guys were, they decided to haze the younger freshmen, and ended up, they're in the locker room one day and their coach had left and they asked them to pull their pants down and they all got a finger in the ass.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah.
What?
This happened.
Put the finger in the booty at a high school.
Yeah, in the locker room.
Another man put their finger up another man's shit twizzler.
Yeah. It was
Jesus,
wild.
Mary and
then,
Joseph.
And then get this. So then, it ended or whatever, and the coaches somehow knew about it.
Napa, California.
Yeah, that's my hometown.
What school was this?
Napa High.
Napa High.
And so then, right, the coaches found out about it and didn't do shit about it. So it ended up, but the kids ended up speaking up. So I have to say, for once, the kids did speak up about it, and
They better have.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
but then the kids were suspended for a short amount of time, and then the athletic director ended up, I believe he ended up resigning before it all went to shit. Yeah.
So this was some
Yeah.
sort of hazing?
You thought that
Well,
was funny to put your finger up his
Like,
ass?
is this
Right.
to get on the team? Like,
The boys,
like what
just the other boys.
The boys did it to the other boys.
It's that wild
Oh.
shit. Wild shit.
Yeah. And it kind of all just kind of blew, got brushed under the rug.
Yeah, until it's publicized and it's oh, whoops, sorry.
And and then it kind of went on for a little bit, and then the conversation, I haven't heard a lot of talk about it in the last couple.
What kind of fucking
Never even heard
hazing
about
is that?
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck- I mean, you tie the guy to the goalpost or something like that, and
Yeah,
fucking give him, a pie to the face or something.
Yeah.
And talking
That's-
about
that's
sticking your
not-
finger in his ass. What?
Right.
Who gets kicks out of that?
I'm sure it was one person's weird perversion.
This
and
is
got everyone else
ridiculous.
on board. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, I don't.
People
Oh
are
my
weird.
god.
Yeah.
That just threw me off.
I mean, that's my hometown. That's,
Good lord.
Jeez.
a couple miles up from here.
Look like they making a little more than wine out there. Shit.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Some crazy. Yeah, so it's everywhere, man. It's
Ugh.
yeah.
Finger in the ass. I can't end the show on a finger on the ass.
That's,
I just can't. You ladies are gonna come back and do this again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff I want to talk about in April coming down. Got a lot that's gonna be going down. We like to do we like to do one or two current events. We'll talk about some sick fuck, and then we'll talk about social issues like this, and just let it flow, and it'll get better. The chemistry will get better,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll start bouncing off of each other a lot smoother, and we have notes or whatever, and
Yeah.
fucking do the damn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my first time doing something like this. So.
Me too.
Daniel Oda, he edits it and he makes it look like we're dope.
Okay, good.
I was going to say,
because
because please.
Yeah.
It
I
makes-
almost lost my train of thought. I was like, ugh. And
It's
then I was
easy
like,
to
what
do.
am I talking about?
It's
Yeah.
it's easy to do once you're in it and going, because when I sent y'all those topics and I was walking around, I was like, oh yeah, I'm saying it like this, and then when I get in here, it's like
Oh, I didn't even
I
think
know.
about it. That's why when I got here, I was like, oh man, what? I don't know. What's
it's
going to come out?
it's
Yeah.
it's easy.
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
point of it. Is
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're here for a fresh, new perspective. That's why this has been a good special show.
I needed this show.
Yeah.
I needed this show.
Well, I didn't want to piss anyone off, and I was trying
know.
to think politically.
Oh,
As a woman.
I hope you did.
I didn't want to be. We're probably gonna get some fucking girls who are respectfully getting hollered at.
Probably.
We're gonna lose some feminist points on that, maybe.
Probably.
You don't need them.
Who cares?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That was
having
fun.
us.
You gonna edit this up? You gonna have a nightmare editing it,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be beautiful.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
it's gonna come out great.
It'll be great.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. Yeah, just felt good.
Sure.
I appreciate you, girls. Until next time,
Till next time.
peace.
Peace.
Bye.